New York City. Rain poured on a Tuesday night as a tired man in work boots stood outside the glass doors of La Mirabelle, a restaurant where a glass of water cost $12. Holding his 6-year-old daughter's tiny hand, he asked the hostess, "I've got 30 bucks. Could we just get a little something warm? My kid hasn't eaten since morning." The hostess didn't blink. "Sir, this is a fine dining establishment. You'll need a reservation and proper attire." He looked down at his oil-stained shirt and sighed. "We'll go," he whispered, turning around, his daughter's eyes still staring at the warm lights inside. Just then, a voice cut through the silence. "Excuse me, that man is with me." A woman stepped down from her corner table in designer heels, her coat worth more than his entire salary. She looked at the hostess, then at the man, and smiled. "You and your daughter deserve a hot meal. Will you join me?" That night would change all of their lives forever. Ethan Morris, 32, a widowed construction worker from Queens, juggled 2 jobs in parenthood. His daughter Lily was his world, bright-eyed, curious, and always hungry for stories. After getting laid off from his second job, Ethan scraped together enough change to surprise Lily with a birthday dinner. Not just any dinner, a real restaurant, the kind her mom once dreamed of visiting. But they didn't belong. The moment they stepped into La Mirabelle, eyes turned. Tuxedos, crystal chandeliers, opera playing softly. Ethan stuck out like a blister. He felt it. The hostess looked past him like he was invisible. "We're full tonight," she said coldly, even though 2 tables sat empty behind her. He pleaded gently. "Please. She just turned 6. Then came that moment of humiliation, being told in front of his daughter that they weren't welcome because of how they looked, what they wore, and what they could afford. That's when she appeared. Across the room, Madison Hartley, a 38-year-old tech millionaire and Manhattan elite, stood from her corner booth. Alone, elegant, and powerful, she had watched it all. She'd grown up poor herself. That look on Lily's face, that silent hunger and confusion, it shattered something inside her. "Excuse me, that man is with me." Ethan was stunned. Madison gestured for them to sit with her. He hesitated, but Lily tugged his hand. They sat. Waiters scrambled. The staff suddenly became polite. Madison smiled at Lily, who smiled back. "Try the truffle mac and cheese," she said. "I promise it's better than Kraft." Dinner started awkwardly. Ethan couldn't even pronounce half the things on the menu. He ordered water. Madison had sparkling wine. Lily, on the other hand, was having the time of her life. She laughed, told silly jokes, and even showed Madison her handmade birthday card. Madison asked about their story. Ethan hesitated. He didn't want pity, but slowly, over bread and butter, he opened up. He talked about losing his wife to cancer, about quitting college to raise Lily, about nights spent choosing between gas and groceries. Madison listened, really listened. She confessed something too. "I have everything. Money, houses, cars, but I eat dinner alone. Every night." That hit Ethan like a punch. Madison wasn't showing charity. She was lonely, and she saw something in Ethan that reminded her what life used to feel like. Real, raw, meaningful. At the end of the night, Ethan tried to pay for the meal. Madison gently pushed his card back. "Someday, you'll pay it forward. That's enough for me." But just as they were about to leave, a man stormed over. Her ex-fiancé, tall, angry, entitled. "Seriously, Maddie? This guy? Oil stains and a kid? You've hit rock bottom." Ethan clenched his jaw. Lily hid behind his leg. Madison stood up, calm, fierce. "No, Jeremy. For the first time, I've found someone real. Go back to your penthouse full of mirrors." Ethan stood stunned. A millionaire was defending him. But he had no idea. This night wasn't over yet. Outside, rain had turned to snow. Madison offered to call them a cab. But Ethan refused, still uncomfortable with being helped. So Madison did something bolder. She invited them both for brunch. "I host a Sunday breakfast every week for my team. Come, it's casual. Real food." Ethan hesitated. Madison leaned in and said, "Bring your pride. Leave the guilt." That Sunday, Ethan arrived in a clean button-up, and Lily wore a pink dress with her mom's old hair clip. They expected a crowd of tech executives. But it wasn't that. It was a community center. Madison hosted brunches not for CEOs, but for single parents, foster kids, and people who'd been overlooked. Ethan was moved to tears. By the end of brunch, he found himself talking to a guest who ran a construction firm. "You built all that with 2 jobs? You wrong?" the man said. "Come by Monday. I'm hiring." And Madison? She sat next to Lily, teaching her how to fold napkins into swans, laughing, smiling like she hadn't in years. Weeks passed. Dinners turned to weekends. Weekends turned into something deeper. One night, Lily looked at Madison and asked, "Can I call you my fairy godmother?" Madison wiped a tear and whispered, "Call me whatever you want, sweetheart." And Ethan? He no longer ate alone. He no longer walked with shame. He had someone beside him who saw worth beyond wealth.